Good day. Welcome back to my channel. I do apologize for being away for quite as long as I have been. My world is just more than a little bit, up in the air. A lot of things going on, but we just do what we got to do. I have gotten some time finally on the workbench to get into Cthulhu, so I am missing a couple pictures that I meant to take during the process, but I think I managed to talk my way through them as we go through here. So let's just go ahead and crack in to see how I've gotten with getting Cthulhu started.
All right, so I had the idea to go in and work along this seam, but it's really not working. So I think what I'm going to do is something different. I'm just going to go ahead and whack off the top part of this. Just make it so that I can crack that off, because all I really need to do is get to where these eyes are, right? So if I can get to where the eyes are, which is right here, to put in the LEDs, then this is just like textured, so I don't have to if I cut around this, I don't have to recreate that. So I think I'm just going to do that. It's a little more brutal, but why not? I did get the bottom cut off, so I have that. I can get to where I can run the cables down through there and run all that. I can also get to these, right? So I can cut these off and light those up. So let's go ahead and get started on that. This is essentially the harness I needed to make for the eye sockets. And I also decided what I wanted to do is put like a breathing green light that comes out from underneath his tentacles. It'll get attached in and hook up to this harness separately, but that's what I'm going to do with it. All right, so this is what it looks like with, basically the test. Have all the lights in. I have put over top of each of them frisket, and actually I might end up leaving it that way when it hardens up. So this is the final test before I go ahead and seal it up. Got that in. We have the breathing light underneath. Now there's also a tube. You can't really see it because it's hidden up underneath there right where the light is. But under that is this. And this is for smoke. So if I do choose to go ahead and run the actually I'm going to go ahead and pull it out because I don't want to. The green stuff is still hardening. But so if I do choose to go ahead and run smoke out of there, then I have this in here. So what I need to do now, I'll let the green stuff all cure up in the head, then I can run the wires down through the body and then seal up the cap and then start assembling and painting. All right, with the final testing done, I've gone ahead. I had to end up replacing that eye light like 4 times. I don't know. That's like the cursed light. But we have that in now. With that in, and I've gone ahead and threaded the wires, and then threaded the here we go, smoke tube, right? So that's in there. They've got them all done. Now, what I've got here is, let's come up here. Go ahead, come up so we can take a look in here. So, gone ahead and I just tucked the wires down in there. Let's go ahead and turn this guy around a little bit. Make sure I don't twist up those wires much. Still got them just sort of hanging out there at the bottom. Get my hand underneath there. There we go. All right, so that's what I have. So those are all shoved up in there, right? The tube comes out right underneath his mouth. So if I hook up the little mini smoke machine, that will end up coming out underneath the tentacles right there. So like right there where the where this green is, like right next to that light. Actually, I can actually get down to where that light is. Kind of see him. Yeah. Turn it. There. This is the angle. There's the bulb. So where that is, the tube is right behind it. Right. So you got to get like right down in there to actually see where that bulb is. So there's that. I now have the top part of that. So now we'll go ahead, get that glued back on, and then put on filler. Start doing all the putting and sanding. That putting, sanding, and retexturing it'll take to redo all of that. And then I can actually get into painting. So I've also got there's also the cuts on the back, and we'll need to do the wings and all that. I also want to fill these gaps here, down there, right? I want to fill those gaps, make them look better. I'll probably fill those with like texture, surface texture. But I do have to do the back, where I was doing the cuts to get into where I was originally going to try and get in. I've got to fix those cuts. But, so I can do all that filler and stuff, and then, get into the whole painting of the thing. I believe I'm going to paint it before I put the wings on. I need to figure out how I want to do that. But that'll be after I do the next. So let's go ahead and get those seams done, and we'll move on.
And so that's as far as I've gotten on Cthulhu so far. There's still a bit of seam filling and so forth to do, so we'll get to that, and then we'll get the base coat going and moving on. But that will be the next time I get back to this one. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and again, I apologize for being away for so long. Happy modeling.